Hey guys, so I've been away for a very long time and I'm sorry about that, but life takes its turns and you have no control over them. Um, Today's going to be a real brief video. I am, as of today, going to start back up on my YouTube video and in Pandaville, but I'm going to do it slowly and then graduate from there as there's just so much that's been um, going on. So today, I just want to tell you that I got like not so much to show you, but really more to tell. Hi, my name is Panda. That's it. My name is Panda. um, Today is Sunday. Thank goodness for Sunday. Sunday is going to be my official craft day. Saturday too, but Sunday is going to be like well-rounded yarn bending crafting. So I'm going to try to record from my phone and see about just regularly updating it and uploading it to YouTube because I don't know how to use my computer. Only for work, it seems. Um, and and I want to really get out there and continue to YouTube because I found some joy in that. I do have a YouTube channel. It's called Pandaville. I haven't recorded in 3 years, and there's a reason for that. Sorry about that long intro. So I haven't podcast in a very long time. I don't even know how this is gonna work anymore. Because all of my stuff is like messed up. I've been trying to podcast honestly for a whole freaking year and it just didn't work out for me. So I'm not gonna go into the song and dance as to why I wasn't around or whatever. That's personal, and to be honest with you, it's still hard for me to talk about certain things. So I'm not gonna go into it. If you see my eyes and stuff, I don't have my glasses. I just woke up, I'm being honest. And I figured, let me get this in because I've been wanting to do it. Something in my body's been saying, record. What is the best way to start recording when you're learning something new? I don't have anything to show you today. I have a ton of things. Maybe I can try and get like pictures of stuff that I've made. There was a period of time, probably like a year, where I barely made anything. But a lot of the stuff that I did make, I'm still waking up. A lot of the stuff that I did make, I had given away. So even if I did have it, I wouldn't be able to show it to you. I mean, even if, I made it, but I wouldn't be able to show it to you because I had given them away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start brand spanking new. Like if I never did a podcast before. Because it kind of feels that way. So, now that I did my whole little spiel, let me introduce myself. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Panda. Hey! And that's Frankie. So, hi, my name is Amanda, but people call me Panda, and I live in Brooklyn, New York. I'm so out of touch with all of this. So before I begin and ramble, which I know I'm bound to do, first let me apologize for the interruption of any sounds that you may hear. My bird is really talkative today. Frankie, he's an African gray. Frankie's 8 years old, I think. 7 or 8. And they're filming across the street from my house. So if you hear that background noise, I apologize. It is Sunday, so you would think it would be quiet, but it's not. It's quite erect. Anyway, so that was the public service announcement. My name is Amanda, and people call me Panda. I have a YouTube channel called Pandaville. I have not done Pandaville in a very long time, so this is like probably like starting off new, like brand spanking new. That's what I'm going with. I'm running with that, people. So I hope you run with it too. So this is a channel just about whatever my rambling ons is going to be about, but mainly around my fiber arts journey and just sharing my thoughts about it. And that's it. I haven't gotten any further than that. I don't know how many times I'm going to be posting, doing this. I have a lot of issues. I've been trying to, you know, videotape and record and do everything for a long time, and something always fails. Either no storage on my laptop, or I spend hours putting something together only for it not to be able to be uploaded onto YouTube because of the program that I have. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to give this another chance, and I'm going to do something different. I am just going to ramble on because I have a lot to ramble on about this particular pattern that I'm doing. I do have other stuff that I have done, and I will, I don't know at what point, put the things up for you to see. I am currently working on a couple of projects, but today I think I'm going to talk specifically about one, as I am learning how to do it, do this pattern. It's a paid pattern, so I can't really go into detail about it, but I think that I can definitely bitch about just generalization of patterns and charts, because it is a chart pattern. The other thing that I wanted to mention is that I'm just waking up, so if you see me doing what I'm doing now, I was like, let me just get it done, let me just do it. So that's where I'm at now. I think I'll go up in a couple of minutes to get the other stuff, because I do want to show you a blanket that I'm currently making, a crochet blanket that I'm currently making. So I live in Brooklyn. I am currently working. Of course I'm working. Gosh, I'm blessed to be able to have a job. A lot of stuff has changed in my life, but again, this is a new podcast, so we will get to re-know each other as the podcasting journey begins. So Frankie is dancing. So what I wanted to do is just say hi. How are you guys? I don't have my glasses on today. As you can tell, I have more, I can't, it's mirror image. I have more tattoos than I did the last couple of, times that you've seen me. Still working on them. I am gathering my thoughts, honey. I am gathering my thoughts. I should have thought about this, but if I thought about it, because I brain, stuff, I can't really curse, but because that happened, I would have not done it. So I figured, let me just do it. Why the hell not, right? I mean, people do it all the time, and there's a lot of podcasters out now that have a ton of information and wealth and just beautiful people. Like they have just, they're amazing. And I think to myself when I'm watching these podcasts, like, my God, they've only been knitting or crocheting for a year and they are like pros. Me, I'm ashamed and embarrassed to tell you how long that I've been knitting, and I make silly mistakes. I'm not knitting like a pro. I don't knit fast. Like, you have these people who are like, I just started this 3 days ago and I've only been knitting for 6 weeks, and the whole big blanket, heirloom blanket, is like finished in 3 days. And it's like, what? Excusa? I can't even do that. And I've been knitting for over 3 years, let's just say. Anyway, so, but then again, I haven't been doing it constantly and stuff like that, consistently. So I can't tell you, oh, in 2 weeks, I'm going to podcast again and we're going to join each other up again and I'm going to have finished items. No, I can't. I don't want to lie to you. That's the truth. I don't want to lie to you. So instead of doing that, I figured, how about you learn with me? How about I continue to learn and I tell you what I've learned? I do hope that I will be able to show you finished items, but I don't want to put time frames on when I podcast or when, obviously I want my projects to be done quick, right? And it's like, why you do it if you don't, you know, want your projects to be completed. So, but I'm not gonna go ahead and put a time frame or stress myself out that this needs to get done in 2 weeks because I need to put it up on YouTube or wherever it is that I choose to put it up. Like, I don't want to do that. This is a hobby. It's supposed to be for me to enjoy, and I just want to bullshit with people who are like-minded individuals who love the crafting as much as I do. So there it is. So I don't know. I don't have a time frame. It will be up. If you decide to subscribe and like my channel, then you'll definitely, you know, hit the bell button on YouTube, and it will give you notifications for when I am when I have posted a podcast up. The other thing is that I don't know if I'm gonna just podcast around knitting stuff and crocheting stuff. It probably will be just that. But for whatever reason, I just feel like marking my journey, and I don't know if that's really going to be something that I show you all. But I have a new chapter laying ahead of me, and I cannot wait. And I can't wait to share that with you. I'm not going to tell you now, but there's a new chapter coming up soon, so I'm so excited. And so I will have a whole lot to say about that, and just sharing a shitload of stuff about that. But without further ado, let me first tell you that I need coffee. Cheers. I haven't knitted in a while. Like I said, I haven't been knitting consistently. So I haven't knitted in a while. What I've been doing is I've been crocheting and not like perfecting my crocheting. And if you ever wanted to see any of the, because I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna try and jam pack this video with things that I've made. They are on my Instagram, which is Panda Loves Yarn, PANDALUVSYARN, Panda Loves Yarn, where you can see some of my stuff. I haven't done a lot of stuff. I have not been consistent with crafting, but I'm hoping to be consistent now because it's something that I truly enjoy, and I will be having some free time on my hands in a little, you know, in a couple of months. But what I wanted to do today is talk about this pattern that I saw on Facebook. Well, it was let me backtrack. It was a pattern that I saw on Facebook, but it was a remake. So somebody had made their own changes to it, and it was like this onesie sleeper, and it was beautiful. The yarn that this lady made was not made but used. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely just like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. I wanna do it. So of course you have the comments. I love reading comments. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, so I was reading the comments, and she did share the link on Ravelry, which I am on as well. But I'm doing this little by little. So I haven't been journeying, marking anything on my Ravelry page, but I will start to be doing that soon. So anyway, so it's on Ravelry, and I went ahead and I purchased this pattern. I can't remember how much it is because it was in euros, so I was just like, I think it was like $5 US, $5 US. And to be honest with you, I can't even pronounce the name other than Onesie. So I'm not even gonna try, but I'm gonna show it to you so that if you are interested, I hope you can see that. If you're interested, you can purchase it for yourself. And I'm gonna show you the picture. It's beautiful. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. So she made modifications to this design, and I think that I like her modifications, so I'm gonna try. She made the modifications. I liked her modifications. I'm gonna try to do the same modifications. The only thing is that with her tracking it on Ravelry, she didn't go into like a whole bunch of detail as to the modification, like how she made those modifications. But you can pretty much guess. So I was sitting here yesterday because there was another similar project with the modification. So basically, what she did was instead of having this here, it came down like a sleep sack. And I really like that idea. So I want to try that. This is going to be the first time that I try to do something so first. A lot of you is not going to be so intricate, but for me, the design, like the sleeves and stuff, Panda doesn't do sleeves. Panda does things easy. You want a hat? It is. Blanket, it is. The only hard thing that I do, and I still have difficulties doing it, are socks. And I am working on doing socks because I have a project with socks and donating socks. So I'm working on it, and you will see a lot of socks as well, just not today. But so what I want to do is I want to do that. So I'm backtracking again. What I want to do is I want to do the modifications that she made. So what I did was, what I did was I looked, and there is a pattern that I have from Very Pink Knits in her baby shower book. I'll put that link up or show you a picture of it. I purchased it a long time ago, and the only thing that I've made from there were the blankets. I didn't make none of the cardigans, hats, the hoodies, none of that, because I'm intimidated. That's the God honest truth. I'm intimidated. But I really want to start working on pushing my limits and pushing my boundaries, and I figured, why the hell not? I'm gonna start now. So what I did was I started this pattern yesterday, and this is as far as I got. Now I think I put on my, I don't know if you can see that. See, it's already starting. Now I think I put on my Instagram something about some serious knitting about to go down. This was an all-day thing. I'm being honest with you people. This took me almost all day. I took it out. I used another yarn to try and see it bigger. I tried to use 2 patterns one time to see what I can take away and what should be there, stay. Then I'm looking at both of the patterns, and the yarn that I was testing it on is not the same yarn that I'm using currently for this one. So I'm like, how is that gonna affect the overall? The yarn that one pattern calls for is different than the yarn that this pattern calls for. So I'm like, if I'm gonna try and combine this, I know that yarn plays a big role. You know, the weight of the yarn plays a big role when you're changing stuff. So I was just sitting here like, I'm just gonna do the pattern. I'm done. I don't even wanna try. I'm gonna try, but not right now. I'm just gonna do the pattern. I want this pattern done, and I actually have a time frame for this to be done. So I can't be really messing around and trying to be like this mad scientist and trying to figure out what exactly it is that I need to change and how to change it and what yarn should I use that is going to mimic both. I can't do that with this one. I may in the future redo it and try what my thought process is. So I'm going to write them down, but for the meantime I am just changing it up minimally, and I am learning, you know, as I'm going. I'm trying to pay attention to the different sections of this pattern, because this is more of a chart pattern. There's writing, of course, but it's more of a chart pattern, and I know how to read charts, but I haven't, again, been so consistent where I feel excuse me, confident enough to really veer off that much. So I'm going to do that. The other thing that I wanted to change, because it's for a baby, is that this has, oops, sorry, I have to remember this. This has buttons. It's a beautiful pattern. It's gorgeous, and I am going to make it. And it comes in a lot of different sizes. So it starts off at premature size, then all the way up to 24 months. So I am going to make this again, but I just want to get an idea of it. So anyway, so you see it has the buttons. I don't want buttons. So I was trying, that's why I was trying to combine it, because I don't want the buttons. So I was trying to find something that is kind of like a rack, and I know these things, but I don't know how to put it into practice. So I wanted something that was kind of like a raglan increase type of thing, where I can work in the round. And I know that you start the raglan increases front and back, but you can definitely go into the round. Now, I don't know how to substitute how they're doing the increases here with the raglan increase so that it doesn't mess up the pattern. So I'm learning a whole bunch of stuff here, and again, this one is on a time frame, so this one has to be done ASAP. But so that's what I was thinking when I do like the podcast, like really go into depth around the projects and what my likes and my dislikes are. I am going to continue to knit this today. I do have errands that I need to run, but I will continue to knit this today. Now I've been showing you the pattern, but I haven't shown you the yarn. This is beautiful. I bought two skeins of this, 400 yards. It's from Expression Fiber Arts, and the colorway is Unicorn Sprinkles in their fingering weight yarn. Now I can't tell you what the makeup is. I want to say it's like an 80 something. I left the thing upstairs, so I will go and get that just so I can share that with you. Again, doing this is really new to me again, so I'm going to be doing a lot of beginner mess ups, and I'm okay with that. I'm really doing this because I want to. So I'm going to be doing a lot of beginner mess ups until I get back into the swing of things and seeing what direction I really want this to go. What else did I want to say? There was something around the yarns that I had wanted to share with you. Okay, so I've decided to backtrack on my words because I was being mean, and it was pre-coffee. Now this is not pre, kind of post-coffee, because it's hit my soul. And I went up and I got, this looks out of focus. I went up and I got some of the stuff that I've been working on, and I wanted to share a little bit about what those were, and then continue on with some of the not really ease, I don't know, we'll figure it out. So I want to show you that I made corner to corner, and crocheting has been one of the things that I've been using to try and get rid of yarn. The problem is that I see yarn, I like it, I buy it. So I had this yarn in my stash, and I'll tell you a little bit, and then I had to buy more because it is the Karen Cake. It is the Karen Cakes. This is my first time actually using the Karen Cakes. This color is Blueberry Cheesecake. I'm hungry. And so I figured I am going to work this up because I haven't used them before, and I know it's a big hit. Carrot cakes are a big hit in like on the oops, did I show you the thing? Let me see. I hope I didn't show you what that thing was. Anyway, it's been the carrot cakes have been something that people have been using for a long time on like the Facebook groups that I follow and the YouTube groups that I follow. So I figured, let me give it a try and stop being a punk. So here's the blanket. It's made, ooh, I'm dropping stuff. It's made for a baby, but I kind of made it like a big so that you can have it for a baby, but you can grow with it, you know. Again, one thing I like about the corner to corner is that you can make it as big as you want to, as small as you want it. There's no real, it's just a pattern. So C2C in abbreviation. So here it is. It's beautiful. I think when I measured it, it was like 36 by 36, which is supposed to be the size of see, this almost fits a full, so I don't know if I measured it incorrectly. I'm still learning. I'm still getting my tension. That's one of my biggest things, is the tension. See, you can't even see all the way down, but it's pretty. I do have my lighting situation a little bit messed up today. I do have lighting. It's just put away, so I would have to look for it, and the next time hopefully I'll have it set up so that the lighting is a bit better. But so what I wanted to say about this is I went ahead and I purchased a carrot cake, and this is my first time doing a border. Check this out. It's a regular border. I was gonna do the shell border on YouTube. I found this lady on YouTube who did the shell border, and I like the way that she described it, but I felt like for this pattern it didn't need a shell border. So I just did 2 rounds of the border in double crochet. Just 2 rounds. 2 rounds? 3 rounds? 2 rounds? 3 rounds. It's 3 rounds because you have to set it up. So the lady was teach me on YouTube, and I don't remember her name. I'm sorry. I was looking at so many ways to like do the borders that I don't remember. So she taught me how to do the border, because again, this is the first time that I've used the border, especially in crocheting. So what I wanted to say about the border is, again, I'm trying to use the yarns that I have, and this yarn kind of doesn't go with it. I think it's Karen yarn actually, and I have it on my Instagram page where it says when you're using your knitting, you're frogging your knitting project to make a border on a blanket or something like that. And so what I tried to do was, this lighting is really atrocious. I'm gonna turn on the other light. What I tried to do was, at one point I tried to make a Doctor Who scarf, and this was another one that I was trying my hand and trying to make changes to so that it can be this way. And you see how it curls up? I did a horrible job. So anyway, so it was sitting in my stash for over a year. So I want to try and get rid of the yarn that I have because I need to make room for other things. So I figured, let me use this blue. It's a lot. It was a lot. Obviously, if I can make 3 rows of a border for, I don't even know how long this is, the length, then it was a lot of yarn knitting. And knitting, I know, takes up less yardage than crocheting, so it was a shitload of yarn. So I was like, let me just use this. Since I'm not using it, I'm not gonna finish it. Why do I even have it still? So I took this yarn and I made the border. This I made, I'll tell you what hook I used. See, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. Oh, let me see if about turning on the light. You're gonna see me walk. Sorry. I got all the lights on. Oh, I think that's much better. Okay. So I used a 6mm hook. I can't tell you what it is. I think it's a H or a K. Let me see. I tried to use what this was. Okay, so an H is a 5mm. So I would say this is a J hook. This is a J hook. I love this thing here. See that? This cushion, especially because now like my hands, they've been hurting me and stuff like that. I don't know what it is. I need to drink water or something, but this has been a lifesaver. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I have one. It is an H. It's the orange one, I think. Like he's making Facebook phone call. It's the orange one, and what happens is when I use it, it like slides off. So that means that I've used it a lot. So I was making that. I made the border. I found this thing on again, I'm on a lot of YouTube, Facebook groups, and they do like octopuses for preemies. This is not going to be for a preemie because the octopuses for preemies, and you can Facebook search them like that, octopuses for preemies. They have, you know, obviously they have regulations for what yarn to use, stuffing, blah, 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 whatever the case may be, in order to donate for you know, to preemies in need. He's backing up a truck. Sorry, people. I will try and find other places to do the podcasting. So this is not for a preemie. This is not for a preemie. I just wanted to make a set with this blanket because again, my goal is try and get rid of yarn, right? I mean, I think that's all of our goals, but I'm actually trying to do it. So I still have yarn left over. The carrot cake yarn left over, and so I figured let me try and make an octopus for preemies. So this is an octopus, not for a preemie. So this is what I started doing, and I'm using a 4mm USG 6 hook, and this hook I got, I'll tell you, this hook used to be my godmother's, who passed away a couple of years ago from cancer, and I still use it, and it's still beautiful, and every time I use it, I think about her automatically. But so, and I have tons of these, but I know that this one is hers because I put it in a special place. So one of the things that I want to say about this is that, you know, I'm using a YouTube video to make this, and I think that the lady that's doing the YouTube video is awesome. I like the fact that how easy it is to follow her YouTube channel or video on making this. I have to put eyes, so I recently found these eyes that I had purchased from Etsy, and I can't even tell you where. This was a couple of years ago, so I can't even tell you the name of the place that I've purchased like a whole assortment of eyes, because I was trying my hand on teddy bears. Did not work. I'm gonna try again, but it did not work. My tension is complete. I'm still working on my tension, people. You believe that? 3+ years and I'm still working on my tension. I can't, because I'm not consistent. I haven't been consistent, and I've been like, whatever, the tension is okay. So I don't, you see my claws, I gotta cut them soon. So I don't know if you can see this. I should have brought a tweezer so you can see it better. I don't know if you can see that. So these eyes, I don't know if the size eyes that I have goes with this size octopus. See that? Oh, this kind of matches my nail. So I need to try that out before I stuff, because now I'm in the process. I'm at the point where I need to start decreasing for the tentacles, and I'm assuming that once I put the eyes and start decreasing, I start stuffing with polyfill, which I got upstairs. I was gonna bring it down here because there was no reason for me to show you a bag of fake cotton. So I don't know, because of the size of this, if the eyes go. And especially because like it's really tight. It's an amaguri, or however it is that you call it. So I don't know if I'm going to do that or try to embroider. Try my luck in embroidery with this. But one of the things that I did want to say, now that I know how it comes out, and I know you want it to be stiff, you know, when you're making things like this, I was actually looking to make it a nice size octopus. I really was. So I think that I started this, I'm gonna finish it, but I think that I am going to, because I'm sure I'm gonna have enough yarn left over after I'm done with this. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make this again, but with this size hook, the J size hook, or a bigger size hook, because I want a nice size octopus. Then the other thing, if I have enough time to tie everything together, is to start off making like booties or something with this or with this. Booties and maybe hand mitts, so that I can continue to use it and tie it together. So that's my plan for this. See, so I was being mean earlier. I'm sorry. That's what happens when Panda doesn't have her coffee. So that's one that I've been, so this is, the blanket is finished. It's a done deal. It's all the other little add-ons that I want to do. So that's that. And I found the eyes today, as a matter of fact, because I was like, oh my God, I can't continue because I need to find something. I need to